welcome to the Oracle Dragon. So today's reading is who's coming towards you in love. So who's going to be your next lover? Who's coming towards you? Is it someone new? Is it someone old? We've got three options. First option is the pink card. Second option is the orange card. And the third option is the green card. Let's go ahead and tune into your intuition, however you want to do that. And choose a card. Timestamps are in the description box below. Pause the video if you need more time. And remember, readings are for entertainment purposes. This is a general reading. If you don't like the reading that you're getting, then choose another pile, another reader, or come back another day, okay? So that's 1, 2, and 3. Let's get started.
Welcome, option 1. So, who is coming towards you in love? Okay, I've got the cards shuffled and spread out using several different oracle decks and tarot decks to try to figure this person out who's coming towards you next in love, okay? So, to start off with, I feel like this is somebody who is going through a transformation because we have the Metamorphosis card and the butterfly card. And the butterfly card says a change for the better, okay? We also have the death card too. So with these three cards, it talks about an ending occurring so that something new can begin, okay? When the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it ceases to be a caterpillar and it transforms into a butterfly. So it comes out better than it was before, much better, okay? So, you know, that's really symbolic of this person. This person is going through a metamorphosis, a change. They are transitioning into a butterfly. They're leaving old ways behind that did not serve them or no longer serve them. They've outgrown their current circumstances that they're in, and they're becoming a better person. They're blossoming into a better person. They're owning, you know, their personal power of who they were truly meant to be, and they're leveling up, okay? So this person's really leveling up. And I feel like there's been some resistance from this person, and a part of them is still resistant, you know, with regards to making this change, because change is scary for anyone, but regardless, the change is here. And they're leaving behind that which is no longer in alignment with who they truly are, that which is no longer in alignment with their authentic self. Because we have the awakening your true self card here. So this person's awakening to their true self, okay? This card is a very good card, for, like I said, for leaving things behind and encompassing who they truly are. They're beginning to recover, perhaps. You know, maybe they gave up who they were in order to fit into somebody else's lifestyle or to fit in with their family or their friends. You know, and so they had to bury their old sense of humor and their interests, their passions, and their desires and stuff. So now that's coming back, and they're learning to trust that they're good enough just the way they are and that they don't need to change for other people. I think, you know, this person's really going through this growth process where a cloud is being lifted from their heart and from their mind. And they're beginning to see, you know, that they're beginning to see life from the perspective of their true self as opposed through the lens that other people put in front of their eyes, you know, through the lens of other people. They're starting to see instead from the lens of their true self. And I really am getting that they did go through a period, you know, where they wanted just to please someone else and buried their true self's interests. So their old self is emerging, and you know, as they recover their true self, their authentic self, you know, their life and their personality is going to go through major changes, and that's what the Metamorphosis and the butterfly cards are saying, is that this person is just trying to hold tight, you know, and just, you know, endure these changes and go with the flow and really trust that these changes in their life that is occurring is for the better. So their challenge right now is just to trust what they're going through, because, you know, they are losing some things. You know, whenever we grow, we leave things behind. We sort of lose things, but the things we're losing were inauthentic and false anyway, and so it's not really a loss. And that's what this person is realizing and needing to learn to trust, okay? So they're going to start building a solid foundation, one that they haven't had before, based in who they truly are as a person. And they're giving themselves permission to be true to themselves. And some of the things that, you know, they were asked to give up in the past might have been with relation to socioeconomic class or religion, religious beliefs. So we got the religious factors card. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So in the past, they would have chosen partners based on who they thought fit in with their religious beliefs or the religious beliefs of their family, for instance. If not that, then with their class beliefs. If they have a lot of money, they would steer away from somebody that they might like because they didn't have enough money, or vice versa. Or it could be anything. They're from one certain particular type of clique of people, and they liked someone from another clique, but they wouldn't deal with them because the other person wasn't in their clique. Some shallow reason like that. But whatever the reasons, I feel this person was felt peer pressured by friends and family and society in general to behave in a certain way and to choose partners based on certain expectations. But the religious factors card came in reverse, so we see that as they awaken to their authentic self, they are no longer letting religious or societal factors influence their choice in a mate, and they are instead going to start choosing for themselves. So this is a very powerful transformation that this person is going through. And yeah, like I said, they're not going to let other people's expectations dictate who they love anymore. With this Thumbelina card, talks about expectations. And so what it is saying is that, and when they do this transformation, the love they attract, well, this is your future partner, so when they attract you, you're going to exceed their expectations, as you are going to be a partner that they attract from the point of attraction of their true self. Okay, you're going to be a match to their true vibration as opposed to their false vibration, and it's going to exceed their expectations and be unlike anything that they've really had before. Certainly unlike anything that they've had in the recent past, when they were letting other people basically choose their partners for them, directly or indirectly, okay, because they were basing their choices off of other people's opinions instead of their own. So this person's really finding their way with regards to relationships and friendships too. And as they do this, they're learning to care for themselves more, which makes them a better partner. When you love yourself, you can love others better, and they're learning to choose for themselves. And I do feel this person has a warm heart, and they've just kind of lost touch with that warm heart, because of allowing their ego to run the show instead of their heart in the past. And this person might have been ridiculed or rejected for being different in their childhood or in their youth or even as an adult. Whenever they would start to step out of bounds of the expectations of the people around them, they felt ridiculed and rejected. So that's why they buried that side of themselves. But they're no longer doing that anymore here. The cards are saying they're transforming away from that. They don't care about those opinions anymore. They're going to be true to themselves regardless. And so, this transformation may take a bit of time, but it is undergoing. They're going through it at present, so this is good. And they're finding their real people, their real tribe, including you. So they're going to think when they meet you that they've never met anyone like you, and they're going to enjoy that. They also might find you challenging, or you're going to find them challenging, but you're going to learn from one another. Okay, and you might have rejected this person in the past if this is resonating with somebody that you know from the past, but doesn't have to be, or you might be able to relate to this person in the sense of feeling deeply rejected in some way, by friends, family, or romantic partners. And so perhaps you might not know what to think of this person when you first meet them, and might be tempted to reject them. But this person, I don't think that you should, because the cards are really good for you with this person who's coming in. So, I feel like this person is really learning to accept that they don't have to accept relationships with people that they don't love just because those people look good on paper, because they could check all the boxes off. Okay, this person has this kind of a job, this kind of a body, they get along with my friends, they present this kind of an image. They're just throwing all that out the window. And that's good, because there's no way to live life, right? So they're finding their real family. They're going to find it with you. And they're going to get more in touch with their natural true selves, which is really, really beautiful. just a little bit more about this person's personality, as of past and present. We got two archetype cards representing this person. One is the light worker card. It says that light attributes, this person's light attributes or good qualities are that, they can enhance unity or, getting along with others through sharing of information. So they're a very informative person, knowledgeable person. They like to share what they know and to teach. And also they embody like social awareness and empathy. So they're really tuned in to what's happening around them, particularly socially, and they pay attention to other people. We already saw that in the past. It's held them back and prevented them from being their true selves, but now they can use that for light. They can use that to help them to better understand and help people in a positive way. And it's enhanced their empathy, so they can feel the feelings of other people. They can read the room really well, get a sense for the feeling of the room, of other people in social gatherings in particular. So they're a healer, they're a light worker, and a networker. They network. But the shadow attributes here is that they convey information only for personal gain, spread fear and falsehood. So I feel like this person probably has been gossipy, somebody who's just been self-absorbed, spreading information for personal gain. I mean, they have the potential for that, but that's not what's coming out in the card. Just letting you know that, FYI. That's, a shadow attribute of the networker card. But they are, I feel like they're a light worker, as I said before, and that, they are empathetic, and as a result, they can share information and help others with that information. And with the Knight card here coming out, it did come out in reverse, so that's the shadow attribute. So this is something this person is working on. This is an allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle in romantic delusion. So again, we already saw that this person wasn't seeing their romantic partners clearly in the past. They weren't giving them a chance because, they didn't fit into certain expectations that this person had, or that they were letting other people do their picking for them. And so that's where the romantic delusions come in. They just had unrealistic expectations, but now they're getting those expectations into check because they are choosing someone who is in true alignment with their authentic self, and in so doing, they're becoming more accepting of their own selves as well. And it's sort of this whole, like the saying goes, I don't want to be the member of a club that would have me as a member. This person's low self-esteem preventing them from really being true to themselves in the past, because they've been rejected and been hurt in the past. So there's still some of that they're working through at present. They're still kind of stuck on that a little bit. And they might still be stuck on some external person in their life that continues to think this way, in the way that this person is outgrowing. Or if not an external person, then just their ego is still going to play a role. And they're still dealing with that. This person is not perfect. And but they are working on it. So I just tell you that, their potential here is to be very loyal and romantic and chivalrous, like the knight, riding up a white horse, and somebody who's very honorable. And I feel like they're coming more into this light attribute because they are an empath and somebody who is very socially aware and aware of the feelings and ways of other people, of the people around them. And for some of you, this might be somebody that I did pull a message from your person card out of curiosity, just to see what came out. Because it says, I think about reaching out to you, but I can't make myself do it. So take that message, if it applies to your situation. If you feel so far I've described somebody that you already know. If not, let it fly. This is a general reading, as I always say. So, but whatever this person, if this person's in separation with you, or if they're in separation with somebody else, they are in separation from someone. So they might be going through a separation with someone right now. So they might be coming out of this separation. They're leaving behind someone, that is not right for them. We kind of saw that already with this card here, expectations. It looks like this person, accepted a relationship with somebody that they didn't love, for the wrong reasons. Again, because they looked good on paper, stuff like that. So they're separated from that person. And as far as this person's physical appearance, it looks like, this person, we got the Dark Woman card from the Tea Leaf Tarot. And so it says Dark Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with a dark complexion or hair. So you might have dark hair and a dark complexion, or this person might fit this description. Okay, male or female, it doesn't matter. Gender neutral card. So this person might have darker skin, darker hair. And let's see. I guess we'll do the opportunity card here. Regardless, of appearances, this is going to be a huge new opportunity for the both of you when you come together here. So, if you're tempted to reject this person, you're guided not to do that, okay? I don't think that you will, but, it stands to reason that if this person is your match and they had issues in choosing partners based on their authentic self, that might be an issue for you as well, because I'm getting the sense that this is a divine counterpart for a lot of you. And I'll explain why in a minute. But with the opportunity card, it says that, it just continues to double down on the fact that there is a new day dawning, okay? Expansion on the horizon, growth. And that, this person's really, I think they've really waited to take action here. So if this person is somebody that they thought about reaching out to you for a long time, they waited to take action, they're about to take it. If it's not somebody that it's just that they've waited to encompass their true self again and to release all of that didn't serve them. They've really waited to have the courage to be able to do that. Because they came out at the bottom of the deck as the Emperor in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse can be quite cowardly, not to be judgmental, technically that's the appropriate adjective for that card. Cowardly, insecure, and, they might come across as really controlling and like bullying, but that's because they're afraid, right? They're afraid and insecure. So they might have waited to take this action where they're embodying and awakening to their true authentic self due to the fact that they were afraid, But that awakening is here. And I really feel like they are trying to manifest, all kinds of changes, not just with regard to their love life, but with regard to their, place of residence. Again, if they're separating from someone else, and they're going to need to, more than likely, they're going to need to move or help someone else find a new place of residence. I feel like this person is upgrading, or attempting to upgrade their job, as well as their romantic life too. So I feel like they are being angelically guided here as a divine counterpart in particular, to open the door to new opportunities and to seize those new opportunities. And I say, it's a really good thing too, because I do see a lot of love in this connection here. Yeah, definitely. This person's going to love you very much, and you're going to love them very much. And it's going to be, it's going to be hot in the bedroom as well with this Four of Pentacles here. So the Four of Pentacles in reverse is talking about letting down your guards, not holding on to things so tight, sort of more going with the flow, and also just letting yourself be a little bit more vulnerable. And in this deck, it talks about, the relationship being like on a low simmer. So you're always going to feel this heat for this person, even when, from the time that you meet them, like well into the relationship, your relationship's always going to have like a heat to it. It's never really going to be off. It's always going to be sort of simmering beneath the surface. So, yeah. Kind of like in this deck, it talks about hot coals. Hot coals, they don't flame, but yet they burn. So yeah, it might not be really obvious. This person might be a bit reserved with their passion. On the surface, they might be calm, but calm waters run deep. This person's passion for you is going to be very deep. And like I said, it's always going to be on. It's always going to be there simmering. And they are going to have a ton of love for you with the Ten of Cups. So actually, this is the Ten of Hearts in this deck. Okay, Ten of Hearts is complete and total emotional satisfaction and fulfillment. It is the card of the happy home. Okay, it is a happiness card, really. It's the happiness card. So this person is going to love you. They're going to have 10 cups of love for you when you get together. So that's extremely positive. Okay. And let's look at what else we've got here. So 10, this is an opportunity, with somebody with a dark complexion, dark hair, just to summarize, and it's going to be a very loving relationship. I feel like you will form a family. This person already feels that you're, their family, or will, when they meet you, will feel very much so that that you are their family, and a soul family at that. Will feel very emotionally connected with you, and there is a great potential for you to have a family together, get married, have children, that sort of thing, because we have the Empress card coming out as well. Okay, so the Empress card is a pregnancy card indicator, so it indicates pregnancy. So it's likely that many of you will become pregnant, or if you're a male, you will impregnate this person after you get together, and have children and or a child in a happy home together. But so that's very positive. Also, I think this is the divine counterpart again. So this is the divine feminine, and we already saw the divine masculine come out. Okay, divine masculine is going through some issues right now, but the divine feminine is here waiting. Again, if you could still be waiting even if you don't know this person. Okay, because that's what the divine feminine does. She doesn't go after others, she lets them come after her. And so while this, intuitively, if this is resonating with you, then you probably intuitively know this person is on their way to you. Okay, you've been calling them in. I feel a lot of you have been calling them in and expecting your divine masculine to come into the picture, your connection, soulmate, whatever the case may be. By the way, this is Libra Taurus energy, but doesn't have to be. It's a card ruled by Venus, the planet of love. So this person could be your divine feminine viewer, and or take it vice versa, however it applies. This is going to be like a loving and nurturing parental figure. There's really a soft quality. This person's feminine side is very very refined, particularly for a masculine. Their masculine side, as we all have masculine and feminine in us, their masculine side's a little bit troubled. It's what's been holding them back in their life, and that's what they're transforming from. Unfortunately, it's held them back, and now they're like getting over that egotism and everything that's caused all these problems that have held them back in their life. But their loving side is very much present, and I really feel like they have good intuition, and sort of like a lovely way about them, probably dressed very nicely, and just look pleasant in general, quite attractive. Okay. And I think that yours will be a deeply sensual connection, relationship, a deeply sensual connection and relationship, with a lot of passion and romance here as well. So this is looking really good for you, those who chose option 1. But in the meantime, there is a period of waiting, because we did have this death card in reverse. And that just talks about, I feel like this person, after their separation, is going to go through a period of abstinence. And perhaps you, as you've waited for this person, waited for your soulmate to come in, called them in, you've been going through abstinence as well. And that could be for some of you too. But I feel like this waiting, any kind of waiting that you two will do regarding sexuality or regarding sex, will be well rewarded, because absence makes the heart grow fonder. But I do feel like, you're not going to just jump right in the sack with this person when you meet them. Or, I feel like you both be coming from a period of abstinence in your lives. Particularly this person. Because, they're going through this metamorphosis, this major change, getting in touch with who they truly are, and so that's pretty time consuming, and it's taking all their focus. It will be taking their focus when you meet them as well, but they'll be coming off of that. They will be basically, well on their way to being a butterfly when you meet them, as they learn to, sort of accept this. They're going through an upheaval, and when you meet them, they'll be at a place where they've just sort of serenely accepted everything they've been through. Okay? So let's look here. Yeah, this person is going to be your wish fulfillment. And it's going to be somebody that is very generous. it could be a water sign. We've got water sign energy here, but doesn't have to be. The reason I say water sign too is because we've got the Chariot card, which is the Cancer energy card that came out. So this person, I like, yeah, they're gonna be really, they're gonna be really sexy. Yeah, I just can't get away from that. They're really going to be sexy. They're going to want, once they get over this abstinent period, because abstinence makes the heart grow fonder, they are really going to want to throw down in the bedroom, okay? And they're going to come for you fast, but that's after this waiting period and metamorphosis is complete, and after you get to know one another, if you don't know this person already. And even if you do, there will be like this building up to this period where this person, where you can be intimate with this person, but this person is someone who is, balancing opposing forces within themselves, facing their dark sides and their failures and their errors in the past and present, and trying to overcome those, bring them into balance with their light side, because we did see that, here with these two cards, with the archetype cards, the networker and the knight. One came out upright, one came out in reverse. So there's some opposing forces, but I feel with willpower that this person is well on their way to overcoming those issues, getting everything into balance within themselves. And when they do that, when they correct the imbalances within themselves, that will be reflected in their outer lives. And we already saw that, they're working on more than just their romantic life. They're improving also, like their career and their friendship circle, their home, stuff like that. So they're really showing a lot of, force, drive, initiative with regard to this metamorphosis that they're going through. And I really do feel like, as soulmates, this person is wanting to come to you just as badly as you want them to come to you. Like, they are really moving towards you here and wanting to offer you something, share with you the things, that they have for themselves, whatever love, whatever abundance they have for you. They want to share that with you. They want to enjoy your company. They want to impress you. Okay. So, wherever you meet this person, you might meet them at a social function of some kind. Either way, there are going to be a lot of dates. I feel like with this person that are going to be fun and pleasurable, and this person is really going to treat you. And they're going to show up as that knight in shining armor. At least that's going to be their intention. They're going to give it their best shot, because they are just going to be so impressed by how much you exceed their expectations, as we already saw. Because finally they're with someone who is a match to them, who they truly are. And that's going to be such a novelty. It's going to make them extremely happy and make you extremely happy as well. Definite wish fulfillment. And if this person has a lot of options, don't worry about those options. If you know this person, or when you meet this person, they seem very attractive, well dressed, attractive, then you might think they might have a lot of options, and you don't know if you can trust them. I'm not seeing anything in the cards to say that you can't trust this person, because I feel like they're looking at you, and you're the one that they want. You're their divine counterpart or soulmate, and you're the one who resonates with their true, authentic self. So they just want to have happiness with you, completion and fulfillment. And I feel like they're going to lift your burdens. Their burdens are going to be lifted once they finish this transformation, and maybe you'll help them with that in the tail end of it. When you come together, there's still some work that this person's going to need to do, and so you'll be happy to help with that. But I feel like they're also going to lift your burdens as well. I think you're going to work as a team to sort of be there for one another. And yeah, with you, they feel they can let their hair down and have a good time. And I feel like that, yeah, this person, if they had any commitment issues in the past, I feel like those are gone. This person is getting rid of those commitment issues, because they just see you as too much of a good opportunity. You just exceed their expectations so much, and they just have such a hot passion for you and love for you that they're willing to let go of whatever was holding them back, whatever, the opinions of others, etc. They're willing to let all of that go to be with you. And they're coming for you. They're coming for you, option 1. That's all I have for you. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you liked that reading. If you like a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box below. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you next time. Welcome, option 2. So who is coming towards you in love? Okay. I've got the cards all shuffled and laid out, using a couple different tarot decks and several different oracle cards. So I feel like the person that's coming towards you is somebody who's ready to start a new adventure and be free. I feel like this person um, has been codependent on others in the past, either another partner or family, and they're wanting some, real love right now. I think this is a type of person that wants to be loved for who they are, but also just cared for and taken care of. But they have some serious trust issues, and I think that they are trying to become more spiritual, and taking their spirituality or their spiritual awakening very seriously. So, that's what I'm getting. So let's get into it. So the archetype card that came out to describe this person is the monk nun. The light attribute of this card is selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. In reverse, it is shadow attributes is negative judgment and of the physical world and excess piety. So this person, I feel, is becoming much more spiritual. However, perhaps taking it a bit too far, maybe a tad bit self-righteous with the spiritual awakening that they're undergoing. But they are undergoing a spiritual awakening. I'm getting because of the higher consciousness card came out as well. So this person is really tapping into their higher consciousness, and that's a very good thing. So they're starting to listen to the inner voice of spirit. So I think they're receiving guidance from their higher self. They're getting in touch with their feelings, their thoughts, their aspirations, their dreams, and all of that is coming from spirit, and I think they're starting to become aware of that. So by increasing, their paying attention to these things like thoughts, feelings, intuition, that's really led them on to this spiritual path of awakening, because they've really started to take the time to listen. So I don't know if this person likes to meditate, do yoga, but those are strong possibilities. They've quieted their mind in any case. And so, it could just be that they're tired of not having what they want and need in their life. So they've put their foot down to the universe and have decided to improve their life, which is good. So I definitely think this person continues and is going to continue when you meet them, to communicate with their higher consciousness and participate in meditation or yoga or whatever it is that they do that puts them in a meditative, quiet state of mind. And I feel like this is the kind of person that probably enjoy going on like nature walks, or even to vacations to places that were very calm, instead of like entertaining, exciting vacations, more like vacations that were meant for relaxation and peacefulness, even retreats in some cases. So this person is really serious about quieting their life and their mind and listening to their higher power and being able to hear the voice of their higher power to be guided and understand, what it is they're supposed to do. But with that nun monk card being in reverse, it just says, that this spiritual awakening may have caused or may be causing this person to be like a bit more judgmental and impatient with the physical world, and just a tad bit holier than thou. Okay, I'm not getting that very strongly though. So I think, with the dragon card coming out here, beware of self-delusion. Okay, so because of the spiritual awakening is new to this person, they don't know how to navigate it, as easily or fully as some of us do who have been on the spiritual path for a long time. And so I think it's pretty common for people to, get carried away with their spiritual gifts, or, get carried away. And that's pretty normal. So this is what the dragon is saying. Could be they were born in the year of the dragon in the Chinese horoscope as well. You can look into that, but I do feel like this card is saying, that it's a little bit of self-delusion with this person, maybe in general, but in particularly with regard to the spiritual awakening. Not that they're not highly spiritual, or not that they're not evolving very well in this spiritual realm, or really hearing the voice of spirit, in their thoughts and feelings, but just that, they might be taking it to the ego a little bit and feeling like a little bit superior about it. So, yeah. But this person is really viewing, the path that they're currently on as a new experience with the Fool card here. They might be Aquarius, don't have to be, it could be their sun or moon, but they're definitely embodying the energies of taking a leap of faith. I really feel like they've come far on their spiritual journey, and that's helping them to build up their trust, because I am getting that this person has trust issues, because we got the Wood Maiden. That's a trust card, talks about trust, and it came out in reverse. So in the past, this person may have had trust issues, and or they currently do. I feel like they still do to an extent, and they're encouraged to be more present in the present moment, and they're doing that through meditation or some other sort of spiritual practice, whether it's formal or informal. They're quieting their mind, and this is helping them to get present and really sort of have trust in their own experiences. I don't think they've had a lot of trust in their own experiences or their own thinking in the past. So that's why this, spiritual awakening is so profound for this person, because it's so different from where they've been and how they've been in the past. And where in the past they've been probably pretty cynical or, skeptical, maybe skeptical about spirituality in general. And now they're beginning to realize that there's something to it, kind of like Han Solo in the Star Wars movies. In the beginning, he just talks about the Force being a joke, and he doesn't believe in anything, outside of his control. And then towards the end, he admits that the Force is real. And then I feel like that's kind of this energy here. I think that this person needs to be careful who they share their gift with, so that they aren't latched onto by energy vampires, which can happen a lot of times with spiritual people. And I feel like this person is very careful about, opening up about their spiritual evolution, because they don't want to be judged, and they don't want people to be, skeptical of them or to disbelieve them. They find, their spiritual awakening, their intuition, to be very precious to them. And they don't want anybody to rain on their parade. So I do think they want to share, but with the right people who they feel they can trust on that. And they just don't know who they can trust about this. So they need to avoid that self-delusion of thinking, to avoid like gurus or people like that who claim to know more than they really do, in order to draw you into their organization or their group. You know what I'm talking about, like the guru types. This person is in a fragile state where they could be susceptible to being drawn into something that gets them off track. So they need to be careful of that, and trust in their gifts more, and be more content with the simple things. And I feel like this person is content with the simple things, but he's kind of got his head in the sky. He's getting ready to fall off this cliff and doesn't even pay attention, because he does have a lot of faith in his newfound gifts, but he doesn't understand the full extent of those gifts or their limitations. He's still learning that. He's innocent with regard to that. I do feel that generally, this spirituality, the spiritual journey this person has revealed a more innocent and sweet side to this person, which makes them prime targets for energy vampires, to be honest. But they're needing to, again, just to use that intuition to decide who they should and should not trust, and not be too closed off and assume that everybody wants to hurt them. Okay? So even though they've got this new found awareness with their spiritual gifts, they still need to be aware of who they are opening up to about it. So when you meet this person, this is likely something that's going to be the case here. And the relationship with the Fool is one that is meant to be sort of lighthearted. Okay? It's someone who wants to remain free to a large extent. Doesn't mean that they would cheat or not be committed. They just want the connection to be loose, and one where they feel connected to the person in sort of a lighthearted sense. Hence the flirt card that says, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this person, I feel, is, they are lighthearted, in with regard to romance, maybe even a bit talkative, and just sort of probably an optimistic type person, a little bit too optimistic, because then, they get their head in the clouds and they start to float away. So keeping one foot on the ground and looking before they leap is always is always helpful for the Fool, something that they need to do. But in general, their optimism is rewarded, and as it elevates their vibration and keeps them in the flow of life in a positive direction. And being flirtatious is just one of the ways that they express that optimism and that joy for life. And yeah, I think they will be highly flirtatious with you. Now, yeah. The next card is the You're Ready card. So this is from the Angel Answers deck. And it's just saying that this person is ready for taking things to the next level. I feel like they feel that their past experiences have led to this moment where they're at a place to start something new, to begin again. Okay? I feel like they're coming out of a period where they might have been codependent on other people, parents or a partner, financially or otherwise, and they really want to be their own person, secure in themselves and being able to take care of themselves. Also, for some of them, they could have been taken advantage by others. Like I said before, this type of person can attract energy vampires, so they might have attracted someone in their past, either friends or lovers who, took advantage of them in the past, and this makes them especially guarded. When what they really want is someone who is their match, who is going to be loving and trustworthy, who's going to take as much care of them as they take care in return. So they're ready for their Queen of Hearts to come in, is what they're wanting. That's what they're ready for. You might be a water sign energy, but you don't have to be. It could be in your chart. So that's what they're wanting, someone nurturing like that. Somebody can match them intuitively, as well. Somebody with similar spiritual goals or beliefs or attitudes, okay? A soulmate, really. And I feel like that's happening for them. And this person is ready for it to happen, and they're moving towards it. And as they move towards you, they embrace where their heart is meant to be. You're the type of person that they're meant to be with, or at least that's gonna be how they feel about you when they meet you. So I feel like this transformation, and more or less not so much a transformation as just this new beginning, this starting down the spiritual path and just leaving behind that which doesn't serve this person. I feel like the world has been sort of anxiously awaiting that to happen, because this person does have spiritual gifts to offer and contributions that they can make in that way. So they're really starting to follow their life purpose, and their life purpose is leading them, to you. Okay? You feel like your life purposes are in alignment here. So, this is really about this person, finally doing what's right for them. Okay? Because with the, what is that? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This person, has had to contend with feeling tired, tired of being in the wrong kind of situations or relationships, and wanting something more here, because this card is talking about just being exhausted, worn out, putting a lot of effort into something that didn't pay off. It could have been a love relationship, but it could also be, like other areas of life, perhaps with work or career or school, something that didn't pay off here, despite their efforts. I think they want to give, they want to give to somebody equally. They want to partake in equal give and take here, because we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So that does talk about there not being equal give and take in a connection, that someone had more power in the connection than another person did. And so for there really being a need for there to be balance, emotional balance and financial balance, not one person always paying all the bills, that sort of thing. Okay. Also, this can indicate somebody that has been dependent on other people in the past. Yeah. So I feel like this person probably has been dependent on other people in the past, or felt trapped, because of money reasons, whether that's to parents or another partner's, or living situation. Because the message from your person card that I got for this person is, I'm unwilling to trade my security and status even for true love. Okay? And I don't feel like that's present energy. I feel like this was their attitude in the past, or something that they're coming out of, because we see that they're beginning anew on some journey here, a more spiritual journey. Whereas in the past, they were the type of person that would want to stay in a situation, because it took care of them financially, or allowed them to have more fun money, or let them be a bit irresponsible financially. They would stay in a situation that provided, security and practical matters, and, even if they didn't love that person. And so that's a very 3D egoic kind of frame of mind to be in. And as we see, this person is becoming much more spiritual, and has begun their spiritual awakening. And as a result of that, they're no longer in that energy. They do want, they would prefer true love. They would prefer emotional and spiritual fulfillment, as opposed to, an arrangement where not much was asked of them, if that makes sense. So, yeah. And when, I feel like the reason that they behaved the way that they did in the past isn't because they were just this bad person. I feel like, maybe their families, with the well card, family wishes coming true, they were just sort of going along with the status quo of their family. Some cultures, particularly if this is a masculine, they let the masculine stay at home for a really long time, and the mothers continue to take care of them, and the mother and father continue to financially support them well into like their 30s, until the masculine gets married and finds a suitable partner, that sort of thing. That occurs in some cultures. Okay. And even if this is a feminine, sometimes, people stay at home until they get on their feet, and occasionally, they get a little coddled, and as a result, they can take advantage of that situation. But this person is, awakening from that. They're no longer doing that. They're wanting something else. And part of that I'm getting too is not so much that, the family wanted them to remain dependent, as that this person was in fear with this King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like, whatever they pursued, financially, it's not like they never made efforts. They never invested financially or made efforts. Like I said before, they have invested in things and put in effort into things. It just didn't pay off. It didn't give them the reward that they were wanting or expecting, or that they deserved. They were really let down by efforts they made not coming to fruition. And this put them in greater amount of fear. Okay. So they made decisions based off of fear. And all it did, all fear does is get you more separated from what it is you're wanting, right? It doesn't really help things, but it's human to feel fear, and this person was susceptible to that in the past. So I feel like they're starting to realize that, happiness is really born out of mutual effort. And so this person's wanting a mutual connection, where you give equally. Where they give equally, where their partner gives equally. Yeah. And they want to, they don't want to be the one who does all the reaching out either in a connection. They want someone who is going to meet them halfway. I'm getting that as well. And with the Eight of Wands here, yeah, we've got savoring. So this person, when you meet them, they're just going to really savor the side of you. They're going to savor being with you intimately, and yeah, they're just going to really feel like a real blossoming with you, like you're something new. I'm really getting like this is a new energy. Not likely somebody that most of you know. This is most likely somebody new for most of you. And so you're going to meet each other, and it's going to be like springtime, okay? And you're just going to enjoy each other, take pleasure in one another for pleasure's sake. And it's going to be pretty erotic with this card, what this card is saying. And yeah. And I feel like you're going to give each other a break from the difficulties of life, from the practical matters of life, by savoring one another, almost like a hobby. You're going to enjoy each other intimately like a hobby, as a way to sort of break away from the demands of everyday living. So you're going to find a lot of comfort in each other that way. But This person is going to love you, and this person is a loving person here, because we've got the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is all about strong emotions and about change. Again, we're seeing this change from somebody who preferred security over love, so this person is now choosing love. Okay, they have a lot of compassion and caring as a result of the spiritual awakening I'm feeling, and this has really awoken some strong feelings in them and awakened their intuition. Okay, this is a queen, but gender is neutral in tarot, so it could be a man or a woman that I'm talking about here. So this is a nurturing person, and like has a real parental vibe about them, in the sense that they're so nurturing. There is a certain amount of unreliability or changeability. Somebody who follows their heart a bit more than their head at this time, but that's because this person is sort of like innocent, because they're beginning this new journey. Okay, this is different from what they've experienced or lived in the past. So when we're learning something new, we tend to make mistakes. I feel like this person is demonstrating a lot of courage and taking on this new path. They're allowing themselves to be vulnerable in a sense in order to learn and grow in the direction that they want to grow in, which is towards you, and which is towards you, and which is towards love. And just keep that in mind, okay? Could be a little bit unreliable at times. But yours will be, a deeply romantic and sensual and emotional relationship. Certainly, this is what this person is wanting. And they want to open themselves up to a partner that they can really lavish. And we already kind of saw that with the Eight of Wands here. If you look at the picture, just sort of indulging in one another and lavishing one another. Again, I'm getting the feeling that this person can attract energy vampires. So again, they need to be more discerning in who they trust. So if you're an energy vampire, you need not apply. Just saying. But no, I'm teasing somewhat, But that message keeps coming out strongly. Maybe you can help them to sort of open their eyes to people whose agendas don't serve their highest good. People they'd be better off to avoid, or situations they'd be better off to avoid. Kind of help them be a little bit more grounded and logical in a sense. Also, this could become potentially something very serious. We've got a Queen of Hearts, Cups, and a King of Pentacles here. And so the King of Pentacles is Earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be. So I feel like this person is becoming more stable here. They want stability. They want to be a pillar of the community. I really feel like this is how they imagine themselves. This is sort of what they're looking for in a partner as well. Somebody who is masculine, stable. I mean, even if you're a feminine, you can embody those traditional masculine traits of being, very good at your job, financially stable, sound in mind, making grounded decisions, being very good with practical matters. And so I feel like this person has those traits as well. Okay. So despite, the fact that they're vulnerable, I feel like that vulnerability largely stems from with regards to their spiritual awakening. Okay. And even though in the past, some of them might have been dependent on family members, as I said before, it could have been that others, were dependent on them. Because I've got the Flute card here, disappointment in a friend or a lover. So I feel like this person, was the one who was the provider in a relationship where they were taken advantage of. They might have had delusions about somebody and placed their trust in the wrong person, and as a result, they have these trust issues now with the Trust card in reverse. So again, I'm reading for a lot of different people. One storyline might apply to one person, another storyline might apply to another person, and they might both apply to the same person, but people are complicated. So once you get to know this person, it might start to make sense or it might not. But what I'm getting here is that one of the storylines is that this person was disappointed by a lover in the past, and I feel like it's regards to like unequal give and take. Okay. But I do feel like, being stable and secure and being able to have something to offer is important to this person, and important in a partner. You know, they kind of want the best of both worlds. Somebody who is spiritually awake, like they are, in touch with their emotions and their feelings, but also somebody who is firm and grounded. Okay? Because again, they want somebody that they can have equal give and take with. And it is, you know, again, I'm getting this flute disappointment in a friend or lover with this King of Cups in reverse. So King of Cups in reverse talks about fear of expressing their love, as a result of they're afraid of expressing their love and caring as a result of, you know, things that have happened to them in the past. They're just fears about it, you know. So it might take a while for this person to open up, or they might behave, you know, jealously, defensively. Or perhaps this was the type of partner they were in the past. This is water sign energy, by the way. This is earth sign, if I didn't already say. So yeah, could be that this person that took advantage of them in the past was a defensive person, jealous type person who had emotional outbursts and, you know, was very insecure. And this all contributes to your person's trust issues, but I think a lot of that had to do with them, you know, with inspiring this emotional and spiritual awakening in your person and having them, like, get more in touch with their higher power, having gone through some of these things. No. Okay. So is there anything else that I need to look at here? Yeah, unequal give and take. Somebody choosing security over status before. Could be a father figure that they had helped them out financially, made them a little bit codependent in the past, but this person might have defensive and jealous traits themselves, but overall they are loving and looking for equal give and take. I don't feel like they're looking for someone to take care of them financially anymore. And they're certainly not looking for anybody to, they're not looking for anybody to depend on them either. They're really desiring a partnership, an equal partnership. But they do they're going to come in with some fears about money. And this person's probably, like I said, they've had investments in the past that haven't paid off more than likely, and also they've got their head in the clouds a lot of the time due to this this awakening. Sometimes they're not the most grounded individuals, so practical matters are going to be something that might fall on your shoulders once you get together, or you can help them with those practical matters. Okay. But this person has a lot to offer. They're loving, and, you know, for some of you this is going to be resulting in some sort of an engagement or a marriage. Okay. There might be a delay to that. It might take some time, but I'm seeing, you know, that this person more than likely is going to offer you some sort of a commitment with the bell card, the announcement card. So there's going to be an announcement made with regard to this connection. So yeah, your future person is going to have an announcement for you. And yeah. I'm also getting this might be the type of person that shows through actions their love, maybe through sex or intimacy, more so than verbally, at least at the start, and maybe for a while into the connection. But I think you'll be able to feel, because you're going to have a deeper connection, a spiritual and emotional connection, I'm feeling. And a fun and flirtatious one as well. Okay? I think that's all I have for you, option 2. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that resonated. And so if it did, you know, go ahead and hit the like button. Share, subscribe to the channel. And, you know, thanks for those who have already subscribed. I appreciate that. It does keep the channel going. Okay? Have a good one. Welcome, option 3. Who's coming towards you in love? Well, I got a whole lot of cards here because every time I told Spirit I only want 1 or 2 cards, Spirit just kept spitting out a bunch of cards, being very uncooperative. But I think I've got the gist here. We'll work through each card one by one, okay? I'm going to just say up front that this is somebody from your past who's returning. So I know a lot of you say, I don't want anybody from my past returning. Fine. Then click off the video because this is about somebody from your past who's returning, okay? It came out like 3 or 4 different times. Like, I was a little annoyed too because, yeah. But yeah, it happens. So, pick 1 or 2, okay? 2 was a new person coming in. Try option 2 if you have your heart set on somebody new coming in. But for those who resonate with option 3, this is your reading. So we've got, like I said, a bunch of cards. I'm going to start with the archetype card. So the archetype card represents your person that's coming in. And this person is going to be a mediator. Their light attributes are a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. So they're good at negotiating, they're good at strategizing in personal and professional life, okay? Respect for both sides of an argument. So this person might be a Libra or have Libra in their chart. So this did come out upright, so I'm reading the light attributes. Now, shadow attributes that they might possess when they're in a lower vibration or on a bad day would be negotiating with an ulterior motive or a hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So just beware of that, I feel like some of you probably know that shadow side of this person based on this reading, okay? That they dealt with you with an ulterior motive and a hidden agenda in the past. Okay, because we have the moon card here, Cancer and Pisces energy, and the moon card talks just about that. Hidden agendas and secrets, okay? It talks about other things as well. But I feel like this person and you were together in the past, and they were tempted by someone else. Looks like a third-party situation. Third party can be a person, place, or thing, anything that interferes with a connection, okay? It doesn't always have to be a person, but I think for a lot of you it probably is, and I'll tell you why. Because we've got from the Tea Leaf Tarot, the Apple card talks about temptation will test you. Okay? And from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we've got the Lover's card, Gemini energy. And in this deck, it's a clear third party on there. So again, if that part of the reading doesn't resonate, for a fact that it wasn't a third-party situation that came between you, then disregard that. Maybe other messages in this reading will work for your situation. But for those that resonate with third-party situation, there you've got it. This is the card of seduction. Okay, that's what it's called in this deck. So I feel like somebody succumbed to some temptation and was seduced by another person, and that resulted in heartbreak. With the Three of Swords. Okay, and the Three of Swords is in reverse. It did come out in reverse. So what it's saying is that this connection can be salvaged. Okay, but it's going to take a lot of compassion and understanding on both of your parts. But this person wants to offer, compassion and understanding towards you. Perhaps if you were the one that cheated, that could, be for some of you. For the rest of you, this person wants to work on this. I mean, in either case, this person wants to work on this, regardless of who did the cheating. But this does represent a split with a partner, in at least, the sense of separation and heartbreak in a connection. So if it's worth salvaging, heal the gap with compassion and understanding is what that card is saying. And in some cases it says it's time to move on. And I feel like, you have tried to move on. Some of you have actually moved on. Others of you cannot move on with the Eight of Cups in reverse. Like, you're willing to put in the work on this connection. And this person is willing to as well. But I did get the worth waiting for card. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And it came out in reverse. So I'm feeling like, for half of you, you don't want to hear it. You're tired of waiting. You don't think it's worth it anymore. And you're just going to straight up move on. And that's fine. And for others of you, I feel that you will be waiting on this person. Okay? Just based on other cards in this reading. that you're willing to put in more of the patience that is needed here. And, it's been frustrating for you. This whole situation obviously has been very, very frustrating for you. But, this person has free will, and they've employed their free will choice to make the decisions that they made that led this connection to this point. But if some of you still feel like this person is worth waiting for, then I feel like that's what you're going to do. So let's get into this a little bit more here. Yeah. Let's get those unhappy cards off the deck. Now, who is this person likely to be? Who is this person? So, this is somebody who had some unrealistic expectations, but they're getting those in check. Okay? I think this is a highly idealistic person. It could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo with this King of Wands here. Okay? Hopefully he's more attractive than this King on here. In this deck, the Dark Crystal playing cards deck. So we got the Expectations card, number 13. Thumbelina. That came out in the first reading as well, so maybe that applies to some of you. But what that's talking about is someone who was rejected in the past, and as a result, they don't feel like they deserve having, what it is that they're wanting. So this person, if they rejected you, maybe they thought that you were going to reject them, so they wanted to reject you first. But I feel like this person is finding their own way now. Yeah. I think that this person is seeing you taking better care of yourself, and I think that they're inspired by that with the Muse card. Okay, they're inspired by the progress that you're making in your own life, and they're trying to follow suit and do the same. I think they see you as somebody that has a very warm heart. I think this person does as well, but they made a mistake. Okay, obviously a very big one for most of you. It happens. But I feel like this person has experienced ridicule and rejection in their life, and that time is ending. But I think that it's not an excuse for what they did, but that is part of the reason why they did what they did. And that, with this time apart, or through this time of difficulties between the two of you, you're still together, which I don't feel that most of you are. But if you are, it's saying that this person is finding their true self and getting in touch with, their true desires. And so, if they tried someone else, they were disappointed by that person. They might have chosen someone who was more in line with their family's wishes for them. With this Well card talking about family wishes coming true. But again, they were not satisfied with this person. They were not happy with this person. And so they're finding, what they truly desire, and that's you. And that they think that there is no one like you. They might have found you challenging in the past, or even at present, but they think that you're a challenge that's worth dealing with, or that they can learn a lot from the challenges that the two of you have. Whereas opposed with this other person, the challenges, were just pointless. And you did feel rejected by this person. If this pile is resonating with you, you felt rejected by them. And well, you were rejected by them because this person wanted to accept a relationship with someone that they didn't love, for the wrong reasons. Okay, they felt that they had to. Probably, this person fit into a mold of the type of person they expected that they would be with, or that other people wanted them to be with. Okay, but you are their true family. They really do view you as their true family, because I think that you were probably friends at some point. Maybe you started off as friends, or you will when this person returns. Because there's the return card. When this person returns, you will start off as friends, and then build the relationship up back gradually as you rise above your problems in the connection. But I'm also getting that you may have been friends in the past, or they may have labeled your connection friends. with the dog close up, pleasure with close friends. So when it's saying pleasure with a close friend, I'm thinking like a friends with benefits type situation. And so, that could have been the reason why this person was lured away from you, because there wasn't an actual commitment in the past between the two of you, okay? Or this person wasn't committed enough. So it might have been a friends with benefits type situation, and so this person walked away or tried to walk away, but they can't do that. They weren't able to do that. With the Four of Cups, they are viewing you as a missed opportunity. And they did take you for granted. Maybe you guys did fall into routine because you were friends. Maybe it was just too easy for them at that time. Not challenging enough, or not challenging enough in a certain kind of way, like in, that cat and mouse kind of way that some people want their relationships to go. You were perhaps, just too comfortable with each other, and it got boring for that person back then. We see that with the Six of Pentacles as well, which can talk about that. About someone who wasn't focused on the connection, Maybe they were still hung up on a past lover, or, thinking about a future lover. And neglected the love that they had, with you, in their present moment at that time. Okay, so it was like the saying goes, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. They already had you, but they were like neglecting you. Okay, taking you for granted. But I feel like since, you two have been apart, this person has not had a good go of it. I feel like there is regrets here. They really do regret it, because it says, the message from your person card that I got was, I wish I could take back the things I said that hurt you. So this person said some things that hurt you, and they wish that they could take it back. They feel regret about that. And I think they're very frustrated with themselves for what they have done as well. They feel very frustrated and impatient, okay, with the way things have gone. I really feel like losing you has really caused them to question themselves as a person. And it's really caused them to rethink their plans and make adjustments to who they are. And I think they've just been waiting, like sitting back, waiting for the right time to approach you, for the better time to approach you. I do want to say with this card, with this Ace in reverse, that, if this person, when this person approaches you to rekindle your connection, I suggest that you don't hop into bed with this person too quickly. Okay, because if you do that, if you fall back into old patterns, then it's not going to work out. This person will just go back to taking you for granted, okay? That's a message for some of you. I think that's a message for all of you, to be honest. So, if you don't want this to be a short-lived affair, then make sure that you make this person wait. Okay, wait to have sex with this person when they come back. Also, resist the urge to see this person through rose-colored glasses. I don't know if you did that in the past, but certainly don't do that in the future. Okay, see them for who they are, and don't let them see you through rose-colored glasses either. Make them wait for sex, but also let them see who you really are, so that you guys can, come together in a healthy way. Entering into a connection, because being honest with each other is what love is based on, right? Like, true love is where two people can be honest and show who they really are. So no rose-colored glasses. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I said that. That was coming through really strongly. But yeah, this person does regret the things that they said that hurt you. And so why now? Why is it now that they're wanting to come back? Okay. Yes, they view you as a muse. Yes, they think that they could have, good luck with you. They enjoyed your friendship. Maybe yours was a lively and warm connection with that king of wands. But why now are they wanting to come back so bad? Because we see these two cards. This is the Eight of Cups in reverse. And this is the Eight of Cups in reverse again. Okay? That's a cute card. And the Eight of Cups is talking about not being able to move on, wanting to put in the effort into a connection, wanting to fix things. Yeah, so this person doesn't want to move on from you. They want to come back. And they want to work on things. You know, I feel like they've been wandering aimlessly since you ended. Okay? They've been wandering aimlessly and without direction, and, you know, I think that they've decided finally that they want to work on this. And part of the reason is that this person is feeling like a psychic connection with you. I feel like this person's very highly intuitive, psychic. They can pick up the vibrations of the people around them, and they can speak to people with their mind telepathically, okay? So this person's definitely having dreams about you. They're having dreams about you. They keep thinking about you. They're having dreams about you. It's just that I feel like the universe is saying that it is now time. It wasn't time before, but it is coming to be time for the two of you to be together. And they're picking up on that because they have very strong intuition. And while they are off having adventures, you know, exploring, you know, this other person or this third party situation, whatever that might be, you know, all they ended up doing is just, they ended up just getting lost. I guess this is more representative of that feeling, getting lost. And I feel like they've experienced and are experiencing this dark night of the soul. Dark night of a soul without you. Could be that they were experiencing some of the dark night of the soul when you were together. That's why they kept you, you know, in the friend zone, for those of you who resonate with that friends with benefits energy. But they're wanting to return now and be fair to you with this mediator card. They're wanting to be fair, and I think they're really strategizing, you know, trying to figure out a way to come back. And they want to show you the respect that they didn't show you before, because they said things to you that hurt you and they wish they could take it back. So they're wandering in the dark. They ended up getting lost in the dark night of the soul. And so it's going to take some healing from that. Healing needs to occur there. They need to rise above their problems. And they feel that they can do that with you. Okay? I feel like this person is looking for signs and has found signs. Like, they dream about you, and when they dream about you, and when they randomly pick up on your energy, they take that as a sign that they need to come back, okay? And a sign that they need to work on this connection, that they need to heal. And I feel like they are healing. I feel like this time apart from you has really not only opened their eyes, but I mean, just being apart from you has really drained them. It's been really taxing on them. And this other person that they might have been involved with, that was taxing on them as well. It left them feeling exhausted, and they need to, like, recuperate from that mistake. So they are kind of stagnating, you know, right now. Or in the recent past, but the decision has already been made. They're being guided by the universe to come back to you. Okay? I feel like they're just kind of obsessed with you as well. That's Jupiter energy, the Sagittarius card. And so, yeah, what do we have already come out? Libra, fire signs. We also have the water signs too. And a little bit of earth. So what this person is needing to do is that they are needing to recover from the situation, okay? Like I said, they are in recovery mode. We got two cards about recovery. That was the Four of Swords and the recovery card outright. And I feel like they're going through a period of recovery and healing. And the challenging emotions that they're dealing with, those are starting to fade away. And they're fading away in time, okay? So, although this person's going through difficulties, there is a joyful future awaiting them with you. Okay? And I just think that they've taken their time to regain their strength after this heartbreak. And I feel like their recovery is nearly finished here, or it's already complete. So, the thought of coming back to you and having you back in their life really makes this person light up and feel really grateful. I feel like they're praying for you to come back into the life, to be back with you. And again, they are planning. They're planning to come back. They're strategizing. They're planning this next exciting phase of their life with you. Excuse me. And they are, with regards to this dark night of the soul, part of how they are recovering is through rising above their problems. So I feel like they were really negative in the past about you and this connection. Obviously, they said some mean stuff to you. So I think they were just too wrapped up in their problems, their personal problems, to see the solutions clearly to the questions, that they might have had about this connection in the past. They weren't able to see it from a higher perspective before, and that made them feel frightened. They made them feel like you couldn't overcome the challenges. But now, like I said, they are seeing you as someone they can learn from. They're seeing you as their muse. Okay, you inspire them, and you're inspiring them to rise above their challenges. And I feel like they really did search, really, for a long time, and felt very hopeless before. And they love you. A lot of them love you and kept it hidden a secret. Kept it a secret from you, are keeping it a secret from you, and that's taken a toll on this person. It's been exhausting. Okay, so I feel like, this part of this recovery process is them just stepping back and taking some time for themselves to see, again, just come up with creative solutions to strategize how to come towards you. And I feel like instead of being obsessed with you, like I said already, they are, a lot of them are obsessed with you. They are just, putting that to rest so they can allow, their higher power to step in and help them out in this connection. So they need to let go. I feel like they are trying to let go a bit, and I think that's a good thing because that allows, their prayers to be answered. If you're holding on too tight, then, that's pushing away the thing that you're wanting. So they're really trying to see it from a higher perspective, and I think that they have to a large degree. That's why they're wanting to come back. Feeling more faithful, feeling more hopeful, and that this can be a positive outcome with you. And they definitely have positive feelings towards you and love you. Because we have the Ace of Hearts. Okay, Ace of Hearts cards came out. So that's a new beginning in love. That's a new beginning in love. That's talking about falling in love, the early stages of a relationship, a reconciliation, and then, beginning the early stages of a relationship, and potentially even like the conception of a child can be indicated. So that might apply to one or two of you. So if you don't want that to happen, be careful. But yeah, this is a new beginning in love that this person's wanting. They've risen above their problems because they feel they can be successful with you in love, with the success card. That's saying that success is assured in this connection. Okay? They definitely feel like they can have success with you. Now that they see things from a better, higher perspective, now that they're listening to their inner guidance more, and now that they're keeping their fears in check and working on their personal issues, and now that they've been through some experiences that have proven to you their worth, or proven to them your worth, rather. Okay? They've been through experiences that have proven to them your worth. Now, like I said, with any, breakup or split, a split happens for a lot of reasons, and those things I think that you need to continue to consider, okay? Because, like I said, this waiting worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I said earlier that some of you are not going to be cool with that. Like, you don't want to wait anymore, and you're not going to. And that's because you sense that there are still some red flags that need to be attended to. There were what's red flags that this person would go off with someone else anyway, or allow some other thing, come in between you anyway. A lot of you are not cool with that, and have not forgiven that, and that's understandable. And so some of you will not be waiting for this person any longer. But this card is saying that, even if you don't choose to wait for this person, that you will have a soulmate in your life, as your angels are working behind the scenes to bring that to you. So you're guided with this card, viewer, to follow your intuition. This person has followed their intuition, and it's leading them back to you. You need to follow your intuition, and it will guide you, okay? And trust in the timing of divine timing. But I feel like your intuition is going to lead you back to this person, to be honest. For a lot of you, the intuition's like a guide dog. I'm getting that strongly, guide dog. And then we've got the dog card. And we said this is like a pleasure with a close friend. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be guided back to this person. So what about the red flags then? Pay attention to the red flags. When this person comes back, you want to make sure that they're on the level, that they're not just, that you're not seeing them with rose-colored glasses, and that they're not seeing you with rose-colored glasses, okay? That they're for real. Not everybody that comes back is going to be 100% honest with you and on the level, okay? For the majority of you, I feel like this person has learned their lesson by going through this dark night of the soul, okay? But there are a couple of you that this person is not going to be on the up and up. And like I said before, with this reversed Ace of Wands, they might still like hit it and quit it if they can, which that's not a good sign. I don't think you should take advantage of someone simply because you can, but this person got bored in the past. So, that's why I guided you to really take your time with getting to know with this person again, and having this new beginning with this person. And that's why the red flags card is coming out too. It's guiding you to take your time. It's like the Janet Jackson song. Just, I'm not going to sing it, but yeah, Let's Wait a While. That song, okay? You can look that up on YouTube. Let's wait a while. That song. So I feel like, because you did break up, there was obviously issues in the connection. You want to make sure that you are going to work those out, And I feel like that you are successfully, this person is successfully working out their issues. They are recovering from their dark night of the soul. They are figuring out their problems and the problems in this connection. But you don't need me to tell you that. You need to observe and see for yourself that that's the truth before letting this person into your heart again. Because getting swept up in a new romance can make you oblivious to any red flags or cautionary warnings that might occur. So pay attention to your feelings and your impressions regarding this person, and so don't allow your emotions to blind you to bad character or bad habits that won't work in your relationship. It's not just about their feelings of whether or not this will work or whether or not they find value in you. You need to know that they're good enough for you, especially after what they put you through, okay? So, red flags, I shouldn't need to say it, but I'll just go ahead and say, can be dishonesty, disrespect, flirtatiousness, substance abuse, lack of integrity. They might have treated you well in the beginning, or would treat you well in the beginning, but then, that would start to deteriorate once they got what they want. So you want to really pay attention to this person's basic character and how they treat other people, particularly people who don't have anything to offer them. That's always a good rule of thumb when assessing anybody's character, whether it's an acquaintance or a friend or a love interest, okay? How do they treat the people that, like staff or servants, stuff like that? How do they treat them? That'll tell you a lot about a person's character. But, regarding this connection and the rejuvenation of this connection, I feel like a lot of your concerns about the red flags can be dealt with an honest discussion, okay? Mutual discussion where you both sort of just talk about your expectations regarding the connection. So it's not saying that this is a deal breaker. This card is not a deal breaker card. It's not saying that you shouldn't give this person another chance or take them back. It's just saying that having an honest discussion or communication about potential red flags and red flags in the past or whatever troubleshooting will help this connection heal, okay? And you are being divinely guided, to take steps that are healthy for everyone involved. And again, ask to follow your own intuition, as this person's intuition has led them back to you because they think that you are the one, okay? All right, I think that's all I have for you, option 3. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that reading helped you in some way. Hope you found it informative and entertaining, and yeah, I hope it resonated. And if it did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share if you want to. If you'd like a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box below. Thanks for watching.